Hey guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. Before we get started, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the like on this video. And we are going to get into our topic for today. All right, so let's get started. Number one is supporting your spouse's dreams and endeavors. So this might look different depending on, obviously, what your spouse's dreams and passions are. I can give you one real life example in our family. I started blogging about a week and a half ago, and Alex is 100% behind me. He's not really sure what it's going to look like and if it's going to do exactly what we're wanting it to do, but he is supporting me and he is behind me. He's even writing some blogs himself, and he's going to be on some of our upcoming videos, so be on the lookout for that. But it is really cool to know that he is in my corner, he has my back, he believes that I can do it, and he's supporting me. And I am going to do the same for him in his dreams and endeavors. So he is kind of doing a little woodworking on the side. I think that could be pretty successful. I think he's really good at it. So I'm going to support him and I'm going to let him do that. So make sure that one, you're listening to what your spouse's dreams and passions are, and two, you're letting them follow them, and that you are encouraging them behind the scenes to push forward and to do that. Number two is to look at your spouse's strengths. That would be praising them for the things that they're doing right, not always criticizing for the things that they're doing wrong. Sometimes it's pretty easy for us to always see the things that people are doing wrong and pointing out their fault. It's a sign of inward insecurities. So we really need to deal with that first. Make sure that we're not dealing with any insecurities in our marriage that we need to handle or talk about. And then we need to start focusing on our spouse's strengths and not always harping on the little things that they are doing wrong, or even if it's big things. Just making sure that it's not constant, that you're always pointing out their faults. Number three is going to be forgiving those faults fast. I think I can expound on forgiving fast a little bit more. My idea of forgiving fast is women, especially, we can really hold grudges. Like, we can take something that is making us really upset and we can hold on to that forever, a week probably, if not more, depending on what it was that hurt us. In our house, and what we practice is we can have an argument before we go to bed. We let it go, we go to sleep, and we wake up and it did not happen. We start 100% over. When it's a new day and the sun rises that day, it's brand new. We don't even think about what happened. We don't think about what was said. We let it go. We forgive each other and we move on. That has been one of the biggest successes personally, I think, that we have figured out in our marriage, is forgiving fast. Number four is to find things that you can help your spouse with throughout the day. Helping your spouse with things that they have to get done, it's really going to show them that you value their time, that you want to help them get their things accomplished throughout the day, and they are going to be encouraged that you are valuing their time enough to help them. All right, number five, which is very important, it's one of the main love languages, and it is quality time. So this might not be your love language, it might not even be your spouse's love language, but it is an important love language, and that is spending quality time with your spouse. Quality time is not like, oh, hey, we sat down at dinner together, that was quality time. Quality time is setting aside clear alone time where you can focus on each other, time where you can have an actual conversation. It might look like a date night once a week. It might look like after you put the kids down for bed, you spend time together. It just needs to be quality time where you're alone, where you're not having to fight over kids yelling, or you're not having to talk over a TV blasting, but that you're spending quality time with your spouse, hearing about their day, finding out what's going on in their lives. That way you stay connected and that you're building a good, solid friendship, which is also important in a marriage. Right. Number 6, this is sending notes of encouragement or text messages throughout the day to show your spouse that you're thinking about them. This is really important because we work together, so it's a little different for us as far as sending notes. But if you do not work with your spouse, think about sending them notes of encouragement throughout the day. Let them know you're thinking about them. They're going to be encouraged. They're going to have a better day. It's just really good to do that. Maybe put a note in their car so that they get it when they get in their car first thing in the morning on their way to work. Number 7 is taking their side in things. Now, for us, we're able to put this into practice a lot. We work together. We're married. We're together 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, except for like on our commutes to and from work. So we have, like I said, we have a lot of time to put this into practice. There's a lot of things that come up at our job where we have to choose, are we going to side with each other, or are we going to just disagree and we're not going to try to meet in the middle or hear each other out? So you really have to take the time to hear your spouse out, hear their side, hear why they are thinking the way they're thinking, why they think something should go a certain way. Meet in the middle and take each other's side and be a united front. You can do this with your children if you are disagreeing on how to handle a behavior situation or how to handle teenagers or something. Come together, agree, find a common ground, and then take each other's side on that. I think in family, taking sides, it's kind of a rocky road, but it is important that if your spouse is, trying to word this the right way, maybe your spouse isn't really liked on your side of the family with your parents, or vice versa, if you're not really liked on your husband or your wife's side of the family, there needs to be that definitely needs to be discussed, and it needs to be handled appropriately, because that could really cause a lot of tension in your marriage, and it really does not need to do that. So you really need to talk it out. You really need to get on the same page about how you guys are going to handle that situation, because those things are going to come up when you go to family Christmases, family Thanksgivings, and you guys need to be on the same page, and you need to take each other's sides, and you need to have each other's backs. It's going to give a lot of encouragement to your spouse. Number 8, and the most important and the final point, is to stay the course in your marriage. So Alex and I have been married for 9 years. I think in years 4 through 7, people kept telling us, if you could get through years 4 through 7, you're good to go, you're golden. Those are the toughest years. You're adding children. There's just so much different stresses of life. In years 4 through 7, we had added our second child. We were running 2 businesses. Those were really tough years in our household. I think a lot of it is because we were so busy. We weren't spending the quality time. We weren't listening to each other enough. And I think not that marriage has gotten any easier now. I think we just have learned how to communicate better. We've learned how to do those things like forgiving fast, and we've started choosing to look at our strengths in each other and not our weaknesses. And we are both very verbal on the fact that we are both choosing to stay the course, and we are proving that by our actions, and we are proving that by our commitment to each other. And I think that when your spouse knows that you are going to stay the course and you're not going to waver from your marriage road, I think that that's going to build a lot of confidence, a lot of hope, and it's going to really encourage your spouse to know that no matter what, you're going to be there and you're going to stay the course with them. All right, guys, make sure you're subscribed to the video. We're going to have more good stuff to come. If you want to read this blog, go to www.somethingaboutfamily.com to read it and check out some of our other postings. All right, we'll see you later.